Hey everybody, welcome back to GWN. I'm Noctera, your host. So I've been publishing content all week, every day, and we're going to keep on doing this for as long as I can keep it up. And I thought it might be nice to just kind of do a general discussion segment I call Sunday Morning Coffee with Nock. Now, I've been an avid player of Clash of Clans for a few years, and started first on the home village, of course, and then I got into Clan Wars for a little bit, and then I don't know, a while later after that, they released a builder base, and I just dug in deep, And at first, I was unhappy with SuperCell's decision to release the builder base without addressing the many issues in the main game. But I came around. A lot of the guys on the forum got on me, and they got me to come around, and it kind of became my new addiction. So this last year has been a whirlwind of activity on the builder base. SuperCell told us they had 8 levels of Builder Hall ready to go, and they didn't disappoint. As they released each, they made minor tweaks along the way, even held back some releases and content to give the player base a little time to catch up. Most recently, they released Builder Hall Level 8, the final of the pre-developed installments in the game. Now, responding to the criticism that they had largely abandoned the home village, the devs at SuperCell turned their attention to the home village in Town Hall 12. This was just released a couple of weeks back, and it's been a bunch of fun. To top it off, they almost immediately released a balancing change that improved the build and upgrade times and the cost for almost every aspect of the home village game, including the times for regeneration on the heroes, the Archer Queen, Barbarian King, and Grand Warden. So, that was fantastic. They took the first steps toward making Clan War matchmaking fair by requiring that all players put everything on the game grid before they upgrade to the next level. So nobody could go to level 12, Town Hall 12, until they'd upgraded, or put everything down for Town Hall 11. And that's a first step. It's not the end, but it's a first step. I think that shows a real dedication to the long-term longevity of the game. And it comes, I really believe, from a lot of the criticism from the player base. And the response, these changes, they're the things that we recommended as the gaming community, things we've been requesting for years. Now, with all this focus on the home village, there's been a bit of scuttlebutt around the builder base being abandoned and kind of thrown to the side. And I don't see it that way. The home village received very little attention for over a year, almost 2 years. And this last year has been focused almost entirely on the builder base. First, there was the initial release, and although SC said, they had the full 8 levels to go, every time they released a new level, there had to be some kind of changes. We started off with the first 5 levels, and then when Builder Hall 6 hit, we experienced issues with Super Reset, the super powered offense. Well, they kind of held some stuff back, specifically the 5th Army Camp, and they kind of rebalanced a little bit there. Builder Hall 7 comes along. There was more balancing that was done, even before it even got to our hands, before it hit the streets. Then they gave the player base a little bit of time over the course of the end of the year there to kind of get things done before they released Builder Hall 8 just a couple months ago. Now, I would assume that they started working on the big 2018 home village release somewhere toward the end there, but they were still heavily involved in tweaking the builder base in preparation for each of these new levels to be released. To be honest, I really think this was especially the case with Builder Hall 8 because of all the things that had changed in the way the game was played leading up to the Builder Hall 8 release. There was a lot of things that happened, and they really needed to kind of get Builder Hall 8 in sync with the rest of the game, the other 7 levels of the game. So I think that there was a lot of work going on all the way through to get us to where we are today. So no abandonment there. Now, they've turned their full attention to the very much neglected home village, and I think that's a good thing, because I love Clash not just for the builder base, but also for their home village, and I'd like to see both sides of the game continue to grow and expand it. I think that's what SuperCell wants. Do we still need tweaking on the builder base? Well, yeah, sure. It's not perfectly tuned. There's still some stuff that could be improved. I think we're pretty close. The Super P.E.K.K.A. is still underutilized, and unfortunately, really too weak for a 1 per camp troop. The AI is buggy with the battle machine and the sneaky archers going all wackadoodles on times. As a PvP game, I think the wait times between attacks, they're just too long. We need more social features, not to mention a link between the builder base and clan XP, because there's a lot of clans out there that are really builder base oriented. Even worse is this whole leaderboards issue. Don't even get me started on that one. Last season, the globally ranked number 2 player didn't even play the game. Now, all of this stuff is on SuperCell's radar, and it's pretty clear that they're considering what to do with each of these in the coming months, and they've said things about it. You know, the Super P.E.K.K.A got our first buff in this release, and they've acknowledged the buggy AI. They tried to fix it, found out that what they did just didn't really quite work, so they backed it out. But, you know, again, it's showing progress. They're talking about more social interaction. They made their first inroads toward addressing the leaderboard issues this week. And they even announced Builder Hall 9 during the Reddit AMA that Darian had. Said it's not in development, but it's kind of in that idea planning stage, you know, where people are talking about it. And yeah, it's going to happen. We just don't know when. A lot of us think kind of, you know, 2018 end, maybe the beginning of 2019. But that's okay, because again, we need time to catch up, to get our games to where we're, you know, up to snuff. So really, keep the faith. Be patient. Hang in there. The game has a lot to offer and a lot of play in it. I think that if we take our time over the next several months and really, you know, finish out our game, get those max troops, practice our attacks, we're going to be much better off and ready to take that next step in the PvP experience. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video and giving me a little bit of your time. If you enjoyed it, please hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll be putting more out over the coming days. On that note, I'm out of here. I got to get clashing. Y'all take care and keep on clashing yourselves. Bye-bye.